Hi Sag, thanks for being here. I am gonna do a collective Sagittarius reading. So because this is a collective, only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Always use your own discernment and intuition with my messages. You know what's for you and you know what's not, so always trust yourself. I am still working on gaining 50 subscribers. If you feel called to subscribe, please do. I'm going to go ahead and dive right into the energy. So Sagittarius, I started to record your video and it got messed up, you and Scorpio. So the first thing I put down was special attention. So there is special attention here on the Sagittarius energy. When I looked into my crystal ball, I did see a star. I seen sunglasses, and it looked like a fairy or fae people. Also, I seen like a line with a V on it, and I'll have to look that up after the video, but I'm not quite sure what that means. It's just like this and then a line under it. I don't know if that's significant to somebody out there. I also seen someone pointing their finger by their hips. So someone pointing but hiding it. So I'm not quite sure where that fits in. Also, the numbers that I got for you were 1, 2, 3, and then between the 3 dice was a 1, and then 4, 5, 6. So there looks to be some kind of change of direction, and that could even connect to someone pointing but hiding it. There might be like steps 1, 2, and 3, and you think you're going to do it in a certain way to reach 4, 5, and 6, but then like the direction changes, but it still leads to 4, 5, 6. So there could be something there about direction within a process changing in the middle. Also, when I rolled the dice 3 times, so the next time that I rolled it, I got 11, 4, 4, 4, and 2, 2, 2. I mean, and 2, 22, excuse me. And so that can show like balance, especially with the separation that I just talked about within the process. And then it signified 4, 4, 4. So there could be some kind of balance or something that happens that changes direction. And with that V with the line under it, it did give me like balancing energy. So that could be connected. And with that, there could be a balancing in between a process. With the 11 and 22, now they are master numbers. This could be somebody's life path or significant in some way. We're looking at alignment and connections with the 11 and 22. Also, with the third roll, the significant part that I got was when I rolled 2 6s landed on top of each other. So I'm not sure. I wrote it down like 6 over 6, and I don't know if that would be like a whole fraction. So like complete, something full. But I also added together and got 12. Now with Sagittarius, December is, you know, a month for Sagittarius. I don't know if that's any significance other than it being a month, you know, for Sagittarius. So I did pull some cards. I got the pine tree with vitality, longevity, perseverance. I got mint with abundance, persistence. And then I have here the moon with phases, cycles, and intuition. So it looks like staying persistent within a project or a progression within something is going to bring you abundance. So if you are in some kind of progression where you feel like, oh, you know, like I don't know if I can do it any longer or something. There's going to be a spiritual intervention, I almost feel, especially because what split it was the one. So there could be some kind of the best way that I can put it is like spiritual guidance to carry you through, but just stay persistent with it, because it will bring you abundance. With the moon, the phases, cycles, and intuition, I think that kind of brings me back to what I just said. There's it looks like you're going through different phases in a progression or project, or however this looks in your life, and it's really calling you to use your intuition through each cycle. And the moon can bring illumination in dark spaces. That again gives me that energy of that one of like spiritual guidance may come in for you. So it looks, the next card that I got was 35 with perspective. So that 35 comes down to an 8, and I already have an abundance card for you. So something will, and it again throws me back to that number, like something is going to change your perspective on something, new information, spiritual guidance or something's going to come in. And then we got the self-interest card with 45, and that equals a 9, which is like the end of a cycle, because then 1 or 10 would be the new cycle starting. So there could be something here that's important with self-interest with the end of this progression. And even like when I say end of progression, I feel like it's the 1, 2, and then 3 is kind of where this is coming in. And then we have mimicry with 30, so that's 3. And that's so funny, I just said that, I didn't even realize that. So yeah, that self-interest 9 energy is coming in on that 3rd step, but there's more steps after that. It's just going to take that change of perspective or spiritual guidance that will kind of move you to the next steps. But it looks like I'm going to pull more cards on this self-interest before I go any further with this, but it does look like a change here. What else can I say about this self-interest card? Oh, Wheel of Fortune. And I just noticed it came up under the Mint card of abundance. So with the Magician in reverse, let me ask. So there could be some kind of message coming in with the Magician in reverse. It could feel like somebody trying to manifest or manipulate something for their own. With it being in reverse, I don't know if this is such a good idea. I don't know if it's you or somebody else. I'm kind of feeling like this might be somebody else. Can I have more on this Magician in reverse with this Wheel of Fortune? The Hierophant. And that kind of gives me that spiritual guidance. Okay, so you might have a plan to do this process, but what Spirit's saying is that the Wheel of Fortune for you will be given to you through a spiritual guidance. It looks organized. Okay. And what can we say about this mimicry card? What can we say about this? Oh, you know what I just got? Is that it could be that you're trying to do something like somebody else, because like everybody's telling you like, okay, and with the Magician in reverse, like everybody's like, I don't know if it's everybody, but like say that, you know, somebody does something a certain way, so everybody that's in this field or in this subject is like, oh, you have to do it this way. And I kind of feel like Spirit's going to show you a new way to do it, which is going to bring you a Wheel of Fortune, because you're going to change it up. So you think, and it's like there's a feeling of like, oh, I know how to do this process because it's been done by everybody else and they showed me the process to go. But it kind of looks like halfway in between that, that's when Spirit is going to show you some guidance to kind of switch it up. And because you do that, it's going to bring a Wheel of Fortune. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so, and this process, and again, always use your own discernment with these messages. If this doesn't resonate, don't take it. But if you do this process, it seems like it's a slower way or a slower moving energy through the process, which it seems like, let me just double check this, but it seems like Spirit's going to give you a quicker way. Is that right, Spirit? Two of Swords in reverse. Yes, something that's not blocked. Like it won't be, maybe that's it. Maybe they're in this progression, or in this it feels like work, like in with the different steps, maybe everyone is having that break in between and you're going to figure out a way through it. Is there anything else I can say here for Sagittarius? What else can I say here for Sagittarius? Page of Cups. Yeah, that feels like Spirit coming in with a message of love. A message of love coming in to help you through this. Is there anything else I can say here? What else can I say for Sagittarius? Eight of Wands. Yeah, wow, that goes right straight together. I mean, there could be some kind of information coming through, a message of love. And I feel like it's because you found this new way to go through this process, these steps, and which is going to bring a Wheel of Fortune. And I'm going to, oh, and we do have the Tower. And honestly, as soon as I seen that, I got like a jolt of happy energy, because I think what you're doing here in this new process that you have is going to throw a Tower. And that's why it brings you the Wheel of Fortune, because it's actually going to change up how everybody else has been doing it. Can I have a closing message for Sagittarius energy? What's the closing message for Sagittarius energy? How do we close this message? All right. So we have the waiting game. This may take some patience, but I do see lots of growth here. I see as above, so below. I see growth happening in all around you. And that's funny, because with Scorpio, I kind of got the same message of like growth with the lower chakras and the upper chakras. So I see that too, like growth upwards and downwards, like just beautiful growth. And then we have suffering and silence with the number 9. There may be a waiting period that you find yourself in, that you're waiting on this spiritual guidance or this guidance. And I feel like this is saying just be patient during that time and know and trust that you will get what you need to get. And then we have 12. So there, and with this card, I feel like there's something here, like you're gonna have to give up the old way that you have been taught to learn this new way, and that might be a little difficult. It'll take some courage, because this process feels like something that was taught, like, you know, and everybody says, oh, you got to do it this way, and it's something you have been taught and have learned, and it feels like something's going to come in to disrupt that and show you a new way, but you will have to kind of put that down and try this new way. But I do see it bringing you a Wheel of Fortune. I see it being something that really shakes up I want to say like a company, or like your the way that something is done. It like shakes it up, and where people are now looking at you and being like, wow, this is the way to do it. It's easier, it's better, it's more time efficient. All right, Sagittarius, so I hope this has reached you well. I hope that you always know that you are loved and blessed, and I will see you next time. Thanks.